The world of Formula One is in constant turmoil, filled with thrilling twists and intense rivalries that keep fans glued to their screens. And if you thought the 2025 season would be boring or predictable, get ready for a journey packed with surprises, clever strategies, and unforgettable performances. At the center of this whirlwind is Max Verstappen, the charismatic and talented Dutch driver for Red Bull Racing, whose path this season promises to be a real mystery for motorsport experts. Although Max Verstappen isn't currently at the top of the standings, his determination and skill behind the wheel continue to shine like beacons in the darkness. Sitting in third place in the Drivers' Championship might seem like a modest position for someone of his caliber, but it's essential to remember that we're dealing with a competitor who never backs down from a challenge. With a 43-point gap to the leader, Oscar Piastri from McLaren, many might give in to pessimism, but not Verstappen. He has repeatedly proven that he's capable of turning any seemingly unfavorable situation into a golden opportunity. The Canadian Grand Prix was a perfect example of that. Despite the difficulties Red Bull has faced this season, including disappointing contributions from Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda, who have scored only 7 points combined so far, Verstappen managed to outperform both McLaren drivers on sheer merit. It wasn't just a win. It was a clear statement that he still has plenty to offer before the checkered flag waves at the end of the season. And who could forget his triumphant performance at Imola, or the incredible pace he showed in Spain, even before a penalty limited his performance? These aren't just numbers on a scoreboard. They're clear signs that Verstappen remains a very real threat to his rivals. If Red Bull can maintain this positive trend, there's a strong chance that he'll be back in the title fight in the final months of the season. Meanwhile, the rivalry between Red Bull and McLaren continues to capture the imagination of fans worldwide. While McLaren is currently leading the Constructors' Championship, things aren't as perfect as they seem for the Anglo-Japanese team. 3 significant issues have been looming over them like gray clouds in a blue sky. First, both drivers, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, have struggled to extract the maximum potential from their cars during qualifying sessions, a crucial factor, since better grid positions can make all the difference in tightly contested races. Second, a new suspension introduced by McLaren in Montreal raised high expectations, but ultimately failed to fully resolve their performance issues. Lastly, teams like Mercedes and Red Bull have made significant strides in recent races, cutting down the advantage McLaren previously enjoyed. It's a technical battle that goes beyond individual driver talent, involving engineering, strategy, and constant innovation. On the other hand, Red Bull has found new reasons for optimism. One particularly interesting aspect is their improvement in managing medium compound tires, a factor that gained attention after detailed analysis from Motorsport. Keeping tires alive for longer might seem like an insignificant technical detail to some, but in Formula One, where every fraction of a second matters, it can be absolutely decisive. With Pirelli adopting softer tire compounds to encourage creative strategies, this advantage becomes even more valuable. While these changes don't represent a complete revolution, they do show that McLaren isn't as unbeatable as many believed. For Red Bull, it's about small adjustments that can lead to big results. And when it comes to Max Verstappen, small improvements can be amplified thanks to his aggressive and precise driving style. But ultimately, what does the future hold for Max Verstappen in Formula One? This is a topic that sparks heated debate among experts and racing enthusiasts alike. While he has a solid contract with Red Bull until the end of 2028, no one can guarantee that he'll stay with the team until then. The driver market is relatively stable for 2025, but that doesn't mean Verstappen is immune to dramatic changes. His release clause is public knowledge, and the possibility of activating it depends on several factors, including Red Bull's continued progress. Speaking of which, Red Bull Powertrains is working hard to develop a brand new engine that promises to be a game changer for 2026, when the new regulations take effect. This breaking point engine, as it's being called internally, will no doubt capture Verstappen's interest. After all, he knows that a superior power unit could catapult his team back to the top of the Formula One hierarchy. However, Mercedes and Aston Martin are also moving quickly with their own engine projects, and both have shown interest in securing the Dutch driver's services should he decide to leave Red Bull. This uncertainty adds an extra layer of drama to the season's narrative. Just imagine Verstappen leaving Red Bull for Aston Martin, for instance. It would be a bombshell move that would shake the very foundations of the sport. Or perhaps he'll choose to remain loyal to the team that helped him achieve so much success. Regardless of the final decision, one thing is certain. Verstappen will continue to be a key player on Formula One's chessboard. While Red Bull and McLaren fight their epic battle, Mercedes also deserves special attention. The German team, which once dominated Formula One's hybrid era, finally seems to be emerging from a long transition period. George Russell, often linked to Aston Martin, showed the world at the Canadian Grand Prix that with the right car, he can win races in dominant fashion. Under Montreal's bright sun, Russell and his teammate Andrea Kimi Antonelli stepped onto the podium, proving that the Silver Arrows no longer need specific weather conditions to secure victories. This Mercedes revival adds a new dimension to the competition. Now, along with Red Bull and McLaren, there's another formidable force ready to fight for the title. It will be fascinating to see how these three teams continue to evolve in the upcoming races. At the end of the day, Formula One in 2025 is a vibrant stage, full of side stories and captivating characters. Every race is an opportunity to surprise, to prove something, or to cement a legacy. And at the heart of this journey is Max Verstappen, a driver whose name echoes as much for his talent as for his relentless passion for the sport. Whether he can overcome all the obstacles and return to the top of the podium remains to be seen, but one thing is undeniable. Regardless of the outcome, he will continue to be a central figure in the pages of Formula One history. Get ready to witness more thrilling chapters in this motorsport saga.